A drone is a word with many different variations. An octocopter, one which has 8 motors, could be called a drone. Even an unmanned plane flying above in the skies, keeping surveillance of the areas below, could be called a drone. However, in this course, you'll learn how to build one of the most simplest and basic kinds of drones, a quadcopter, one which has 4 motors. But how do drones exactly fly around in the sky? Well, drones have motors that have propellers mounted to them, and when these propellers spin, they provide thrust for the drone, which essentially lifts it through the air and flies it around. However, there are many different motor configurations for drones. You could have a basic X configuration, which the motors are mounted as an X shape. You could also have an H-quad configuration, where the motors are mounted in an H shape. However, in this course, we'll be using the classic X configuration for the drone, because this proves to be the most efficient and reduces the drag. But how do drones move through the sky? Well, a drone has what is called a flight controller. This acts as the brain for the drone. Now, when the flight controller receives signals from the transmitter, the remote control, it adjusts various speeds on the motors to make the drone move through the sky. So, if the drone wants to move forward, the flight controller will speed up the 2 back motors and slow down the 2 front motors to essentially cause the drone to tip a little bit forward. In this way, the drone will move forward. However, these 2 front motors will still spin at a certain velocity so that the drone doesn't just fall out of the sky. To move backwards, it's the exact opposite. The 2 front motors speed up, the 2 back motors slow down a little bit, cause the drone to tip backwards and move backwards. For a side-to-side motion on the x-axis like so, the 2 right motors will speed up, the 2 left will slow down, causing the drone to again tilt, moving the drone towards the left. However, when the drone wants to move on an axis like this is called yaw, by the way. So if the drone wants to move on an axis like this, all 4 of the motors will spin in opposite directions, causing the drone to spin on an axis. So in essence, to get the drone to move through the sky to a desired location, the user must use both the yaw control, the side-to-side control, and the front and back control to get the drone to the desired spot. Otherwise, if the user just uses the front and side controls, it'll be like the drone is moving on a grid. In the next lecture, we'll learn more about the different parts in the drone and their individual functions.